And then the metro small church is the misunderstood ministry. In contrast to the rural church, which is overlooked, the small church in the urban areas and the metro areas are oftentimes misunderstood. Because we measure success by numbers, it's led to a negative view of the small church, especially in the metro areas. Now, most would say, yeah, we recognize the validity of the rural small church. And we recognize they're not going to become the mega church. But when you look in the metro areas, that's a different story. And so we have this negative perception of that. And so we need to recognize that we need to focus upon church health rather than church growth. That it's possible to be small, even in the metro area, and be spiritually healthy. Because that's the work of the sovereign God. Remember what Paul says in 1 Corinthians. Some plant, some water, but who gives the increase? It's God who gives the increase. And so God is more sovereignly involved in the size of the church, I believe, than what we realize. And it may be part of God's sovereign intent that we remain a small church in order to reach people attracted to a small church in a metro area. So we need to focus on being healthy spiritually. Now, if we're not being evangelistic, if we're not sharing the gospel, yes, we have a problem. But if we're sharing the gospel and nobody's coming to Christ as a result, but we're still sharing it in a way that's culturally relevant and clearly communicating the gospel, we can't control the results. But rather we must trust God for those results. And so we need to focus upon that.